The 2020 presidential race is already heating up, which is why we need to protect everyone's right to vote now more than ever by fighting to stamp out voter suppression. Voter suppression is a strategy to influence the outcome of an election by either discouraging or flat out preventing groups of people from voting. One way to do that is to make it harder for people to vote. Offering fewer polling places and shortening voting hours are common tactics. Purging voter rolls is another one. States can actually make laws to take away people's right to vote if they haven't voted for a certain period of time, don't respond to mailers, or for other reasons. Voter ID laws are also a way to stop people from voting. For many people, obtaining a valid ID can be difficult, and numerous studies have concluded that voter ID laws affect poor people and people of color the most. The practice of gerrymandering is also used. That's the practice of redrawing district lines so that people registered with one party are distributed in a particular way in order to influence the outcome. A lot of people like to say that voter suppression doesn't exist, but there's plenty of evidence that it does. In fact, we saw a lot of it during the 2018 midterm elections. In Georgia and in Florida, hundreds of absentee ballots were thrown out because their signatures looked a little different. In Texas, college campuses failed to provide enough early voting sites to allow students to vote, preventing young people from voting. In North Dakota, voters were required to have an ID with a street address on it, potentially preventing thousands of Native Americans from voting. There are many more tactics people use in order to stop others from voting, which makes it that much more important for us to exercise that right ourselves. To check the rules in your area, visit vote.org and let's all work together to protect everyone's right to vote.